Good morning, my name is Silas Johnson, and today we're going to be talking about whether or not comedy is too vulgar today. The current date is July 21st, and the time is 2:30 p.m. Should comedy have limits? In my opinion, I really do think there are some things that should be off limits when it comes to comedy. And when I say something, it is things that are very sensitive and controversial. And say, for instance, sexual abuse. There are so many sexual abuse victims who haven't gotten the help that they need. So some things about sexual abuse can be very triggering for some people. Any type of assault, um, things that are very offensive to the LGBTQ community. Um, and I feel like gruesome topics also should be taken lightly when comedians start to speak on. Excuse my hair, but I'm not recording this. Speak on certain topics. Your thoughts on offensive comedy? My favorite comedian is Bernie Mac, rest his soul. Also, I've taken a liking to Dave Chappelle, and both of these comedians have said some very offensive remarks when doing stand-up comedy. However, I think it is just so much pun intended. The goal is to be funny and bring light to situations that are sometimes very offensive. So, those are my thoughts on offensive comedy. I'm not saying that um, offensive comedy should have a pass because some things are very offensive, and topics are just very sensitive for certain people. Um, your thoughts on obscene comedy? Obscene comedy is just offensive humor. I feel like for the most part, comedians are just trying to lighten the mood on topics that are offensive, um, to gain laughs from their audience. Like I've said before, some things should be, talked about before making stage. And for the most part, I don't think most comedians go out on stage with the intentions, oh, I'm here to offend this crowd or so and so. Is all for laughs. So, and that's what comedy is. It's a good time and it's laughter. If it's too hot in the kitchen, get out the kitchen. Goodbye.